And we've got to start with Lakers Rockets tonight. The Lakers taking on the Houston Rockets. The Rockets, a team that has surprised some. The second seed in the Western Conference at 52-28. They've clinched. And this Lakers team has just remained steady. And now they're in a spot where they can lock up that 3 seed this weekend as well. And for tonight's matchup, the biggest thing for the Lakers is the fact that you're looking at a Houston team that is in a position where you don't need this game. And because of that, that's going to put the Lakers in a great spot to get that 3 seed with them resting their starters. So I look for tonight, the Lakers to go out there, get that win. And I think the big question is, are they going to be on any minutes restrictions, anything like that? I don't expect that, but rock with me today, Mr. Noel Sanchez, Young Lotto. You guys know him and love him. What do you make of tonight's Rockets game, man? I know you've been following the Rockets closely. I think that they have kind of gotten it together sooner than a lot of people expected. They're a team with a lot of young talent, but we could see this matchup down the line.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a game where the Lakers need to go out and just handle business like they have the second half of the season since getting Luka, since making trades, and since getting healthy. Just go out there, play your game, go into the postseason on a good note, and lock up that 3rd seed. Don't leave any room for anything to happen. This Western Conference is wild, like it always is at this time of the year. And I think with the Rockets sitting out there, guys, you're not going to be able to continue scouting them like you have been. But you got to face this team a number of times. The scouting report, Sengun is the focal point of their offense. Amen Thompson is the X factor. I think if the Lakers were to see this team in the second round, if everything pans out for both squads, and they're a young team. Jalen Green hasn't been in the postseason before. Other guys that they have on their squad, Sengun hasn't been there. Van Fleet and Dylan Brooks are the 2 veterans on this team. Van Fleet has won a championship before. Dylan Brooks notoriously got into it with LeBron 2 years ago in the postseason. So the Lakers have nothing but experience on their hands, and they have a lot of momentum coming in. Just take care of business tonight.
Absolutely. That's what you got to do. I mean, the Lakers should win this game. I think they will win this game. It's a 7:30 tip at Crypto.com Arena. And hey, we saw Sengun and Smith and Fred VanVleet. They're all listed as questionable. And then now we know that Sengun, he's out for personal reasons. Fred VanVleet, he's out with an injury. Amen Thomas, and he's out. And Dylan Brooks is out for rest. So those guys have all been ruled out. You got 7 Rockets players are going to be sidelined, including Jamari Smith, Jr., Jayshawn Tate, and Tari Eason. So, yeah, I think that there's a couple ways you can look at this game, too, is that both these teams are playing for different reasons, right? The Lakers are playing to just take care of business, get the job done, and get rest. The Lakers have not avoided the play-in game since 2020. And now my biggest takeaway is the Lakers have secured the right to where a team has to beat LeBron, Luka Doncic, and Austin Reeves 4 times in a 7-game series. I don't care if you're a top-seeded team, a low-seeded team, home or away, young talent, veteran talent. That is not going to be easy to do. And I know it gets thrown out a lot. It's a big cliche. This is a dangerous team. No one wants to play these guys. That's thrown out a ton in the NBA. But for the Lakers, it's an absolute fact because the truth is they're a 3 seed. They're a 3 seed that would not, they possibly would be a 2 seed. Who knows? They could have contended to be a 1 seed if you had a healthy Luka Doncic and LeBron James and Austin Reeves on their team the entire season. So it's not a true seed. So I look at that right there, and I look at the fact that the Lakers playing with the confidence. You just got 2 months of Luka Doncic, and the truth is they're still adapting to life with Luka. So yeah, this Lakers team is ready to get things going. I like them hopefully in the first round facing off against a Warriors team, just because I don't want to see any drop off. You know that they're going to come to play. If it's Golden State versus LA, I think that series could draw more TV viewers than probably most series outside of the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, that would be a ratings bonanza. Do you think that's the series we end up seeing in the first round, though, Noel?
It's going to be a scary one if so, man. You've seen the Warriors, just like the Lakers, since the trade deadline, since getting a new star in Jimmy Butler, the way they've gelled. Draymond has had like a complete 180. I mean, he's going to finish top 2 in Defensive Player of the Year. I think ultimately it's going to go to Evan Mobley, but you even saw when the Lakers and Warriors faced off, it's going to be the role players that I think decide how that series would go. If it goes down, you know what you're going to get out of Luka, LeBron, AR, and then on the Warriors side, Curry and Butler. But I mean, ultimately, Brandon Podziemski was the difference maker in that game. You're going to see, just like a couple years ago when they faced off, Lonnie Walker was the guy that won them that game. So as fearful as I am of that series, it is looking like, with all the scenarios, that will be what plays out. And like you said, I think the ratings are going to be off the charts. The NBA is going to love it. Laker fans might not love it, though, because the Warriors are not an easy team to face right now.
For sure. And I see Warriors out there saying, I want the Lakers. I'm like, stop lying. You don't want the Lakers. First of all, handle your business, okay? Don't talk about the first round when you just got a game winner.
Yeah, you're not there yet.
Let's focus on the task at hand if you're a Warriors team. And the Lakers have the talent advantage in that one. And I think that, for me, the interesting thing just heading into that series is the lineup for the Lakers. Because the Lakers lineup with Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Rui Hachimura, and LeBron James, a plus 22.6 per 100 possessions. You look at a number like that, we talk about death lineups, we talk about your optimized lineup, that certainly could play a factor. And then you wonder, with Draymond Green on the other side, do you have a Jackson Hayes and kind of how he matches up? So Lakers, they're in a good spot. Now, switching gears, the playoff scenarios, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild for tonight, though. Let's give you a quick rundown. So Denver clinches a playoff spot with a win and a loss by either a LA Clippers or Golden State or Minnesota. So if the Clippers, Warriors, or Timberwolves lose and Denver, they win, they clinch a playoff spot. The Clippers clinch a playoff spot with a win and a loss by the Nuggets, Warriors, or Timberwolves. Golden State clinches a playoff spot with a win and losses by Memphis or Minnesota. Memphis, they're locked into the play-in tournament with a loss and a Golden State win. Minnesota's locked into the play-in tournament with a loss and wins by Denver, the Clippers, and Golden State. Los Angeles, the Lakers, the purple and gold, they'll clinch the Pacific Division title with a win or a Clippers loss. So the standings are absolutely bunched up in a way that we've never seen. Lots of really, really good teams with similar talent levels and similar records. Outside of the Thunder, it's a lot of quality opponents. There really is no easy outs in that first round. And I think if you're Adam Silver in the NBA, this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted relevant basketball down the stretch. I think Rob Manfred needs to take some notes there. But Adam Silver, you're getting exactly what you wanted with the play-in tournament. Guys want to avoid it. You want the additional rest, but also it's giving teams that may have struggled to make the playoffs opportunities to find their way in. I mean, I look like a team like the Dallas Mavericks. You trade Luka, 80's out. It looks like the sky's falling. You're still in the mix in some capacity. So it feels like this has accomplished something for the NBA.
You look back a couple of years ago, LeBron was the biggest critic of the play-in tournament. And when it first happened, he said that whoever came up with the idea needed to be fired. It's helped LeBron out a number of times already since it's been implemented. And you want NBA fans to be tuned in all throughout the season, specifically through the middle of the year and specifically right before the postseason. Adam Silver's achieved that with both the in-season tournament and with the play-in tournament. So, I mean, all hats should be tipped to him. And you look at teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Sacramento Kings, Dallas Mavericks, so many talented teams, especially on the Western Conference, that you're not going to be able to get all of them in the postseason. So to still see them with really talented players, DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Edwards, John Morant, all these guys that you might not see them in actual postseason, but at least get some really competitive basketball before their season's over.
That's a great point. I mean, and if you're a fan, you're not going to see guys in street clothes because there's no reason to see them playing. And that's absolutely what you want to see. It's never going to capture that similar, NCAA tournament one and done type of feel. But the truth of the matter is seeding is important, especially to younger teams, and rest is important. Those are the things that people realize in the NBA. We've only seen it once where it's the 95 Rockets. They are able to get to the mountaintop as the 6th seed. So the history tells us that if you don't finish with the top seed, 1 through 4, your chances of getting that final trophy of winning the NBA Finals are very slim. But let's take a look real quickly at what else is at stake. Who's locked so far? Who still has work to do? And man, Oklahoma City's had some talented rosters. They've had some great teams in their franchise's history. But the thing that this year, 66-14, 66-14. So here are the teams that have locked up their seeding in the Western Conference final. In the Western Conference, the OKC, man, a net rating of 12.4. That's first. They've clinched the number 1 seed. What's at stake for them? Well, you got a first round series versus the number 8 seed. And that could be, ready for it? Denver, Clippers, Golden State, Minnesota, Memphis, Sacramento, or Dallas.
Insane.
A grab bag. They're like, who? Think about that. Can you think about this? Denver. Can you imagine Golden State? I mean, Memphis is a team that we thought had a chance to be a top 3 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, Sacramento, I mean, they got Zach LaVine, but Dallas. But can you imagine if you finish with the 1 seed and your reward is a rejuvenated Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Golden State team, or I mean, it's unlikely, but a Jokic-led Denver team?
I'd be super pressed, but also that would be pretty insane because you have the 2 guys that are at the head of the MVP race, Shea.
Oh, it'd be great. Television-wise,
that'd be amazing. But if I'm OKC, I'm like, this is our reward. This is our reward for being so far ahead of everyone else in our conference and rebuilding the right way, making great trades and drafting great, and finally, you know, we have a team that's a year older than our loss in the second round. This is our reward to go against one of these guys. It's pretty crazy.
I've always been the advocate for this. I've been saying this for years, that in these type of scenarios, whether it be Major League Baseball or college football, anytime there's that team that's so much better than the rest that finishes with that 1 seed, and then they kind of get matched up with a team that is better on paper than their seeding indicates, that 1 seed should be able to pick their opponent. Yeah, I think it'd be exciting because I think that opponent's like, well, you want to play us? And you got to bring the best out of them. But second team that's locked up their seeding, the Houston Rockets, 52-28, 5.6 net rating. That's 4th. They've clinched the number 2 seed. What's at stake for them? First round series versus the number 7 seed. Could be Denver, Clippers, Golden State, Minnesota, or Memphis. So that's what's at stake for them. You don't see the Lakers, which I think is good for them. And then next tier is playoff bound, and then seeding that is still TBD. Lakers are right at the top of that, 49-31. Their net rating, 1.2, just 14th. That tells you that the team is much more improved. Luka Doncic, and that's more telling the story the entire year. But they've clinched a playoff berth. Their magic number for the number 3 seed is 1. You've got Houston at home, then Portland on the road. If you win tonight, you could rest the starters against Portland. Their highest probable finish is 3. Lowest possible finish, though, is 5. The tiebreakers, they got the Clippers 3-1, the Golden State Warriors 3-1, Memphis 3-1. So what's at stake for them is home court advantage in the first round. So you got the Rockets resting starters. I expect the Lakers to lock up the 3 seed tonight. Then battling for a guaranteed spot, Denver at 40-32. Their magic number for a top 6 seed is 2. You got Memphis at home, then on the road against Houston. Highest possible finish is 3. Denver can still finish as high as 3. Lowest possible finish is at 8. They have tiebreakers 1 over Golden State. What's at stake for them is home court advantage in the first round, avoiding the play-in tournament. So they're interesting to me because they just fired their head coach. Absolute shocker. You still have arguably the best player in the NBA. So they're the wild card to me in this playoffs. They could go out in the first round, go out sad, or maybe just make a deep run.
Yeah, big time. And you made a good point off camera the other day. You said if this team with their new coach, after firing Michael Malone, after firing their GM, if they flame out quickly, you're going to say, well, look at the change they made. Like, it's not their fault. It's a team that has been depleted by the new CBA. But if they make a run, it's like they're geniuses. It's like they took this massive bet late in the season and it all worked out. But yeah, just like any other team, I think the you don't want to see the Denver Nuggets. You don't want to see Nikola Jokic, who is arguably playing the best basketball of his career. Jamal Murray, who, even though he still hasn't been getting that all-star nod, even though he's still been a little inconsistent in the regular season, he's a big-time shot maker. He comes to play. MPJ hasn't had the best of years this year either, but still a sniper next to Jokic, the perfect role player. And yeah, I think no matter who they match up against, it's going to be a great game.
And playing in Denver just isn't fun.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
The altitude, the crowd's solid. Jamal turns into a different player around this time of year, so I won't want to play them. 5 is the Clippers. Clippers 40-32. Their magic Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
I don't know if I'm necessarily a Clippers fan, but I like going to the games. I like entering.
My man's was rocking a Lakers shirt like 2 days ago.
He was producer THR.
THR, the homie Rob, is a Clipper fan. No, I respect that, honestly. One thing I will say with the Clippers is like a lot of people can go to Clipper games. It's sometimes next to impossible to go to Laker games.
Exactly.
So I'm all for people seeing more basketball in person. But yeah, the Clippers, they're an interesting spot too. I mean, even the Clippers, highest possible finish could be 3, lowest possible finish 8. They have the tiebreakers over Golden State and Memphis. What's at stake for them? Home court advantage in the first round, avoiding the play-in tournament. The Warriors is going to be the most interesting one to watch down the stretch for me. 47-33. The top spot that they can go, the magic number for the top 6 seed is 2. Their remaining schedule at Portland, they host the Clippers to end their season. And the highest possible finish for them is 4. So the best they can do is host a home playoff series in the first round against the 5 seed. Lowest possible finish, though, is 8. You're looking at the Thunder in round 1. They won the tiebreaker against Memphis. So what's at stake for Golden State? Home court advantage in the first round, avoiding the play-in tournament. Memphis still in the mix. They don't control their own destiny, though. They don't have a magic number. You got games at Denver and then at home to finish the regular season against the Mavericks. Highest possible finish is a 4 seed as well. Lowest is an 8. It's chaos. It's chaos in the Western Conference Final. And the Western Conference is absolutely nuts right now. And what they're looking for is home court advantage in the first round and avoiding that play-in tournament. Then 8, Minnesota, 47-33. Same situation. Highest possible finish at 4 seed. Lowest possible finish at 8 seed. They have the tiebreakers against the Clippers, Denver, Golden State, Memphis. What's at stake for them? Home court advantage in the first round of winning the play-in tournament. And then the next tier is this. Play-in bound teams. Their seeding is completely be determined. The Kings are still in the mix at 39-41, under 500. Their magic number for the 9 seed is 1. You got the Clippers at home and Phoenix at home to end the regular season. The highest possible finish for them is 9. Lowest possible finish is 10. So what's at stake for them is home court advantage in the 9-10 game. So they're going to be in against Dallas. Then Dallas, they don't control their own destiny. Highest possible is 9. Lowest possible is 10. So they're looking at that play-in game as well. And then tonight you got Raptors at Mavs, Grizzlies at Nuggets, Nets at T-Wolves, Clippers at Kings, Warriors at Blazers, Rockets at Lakers. So that is the Western Conference. And it's the Wild Wild West. The East seeding still pretty wild, but not as wild as the West.